Hey y'all, I know I said that I was going to start back making my videos, and I am doing that, so please don't come for me. I know that I did the video over a month ago. I just seen it now. I didn't know it has been that it had been a month already. But today I want to make this video for anybody that's going through something. I want to spread the word. Okay, so I just left church, and the sermon today was about basically being patient and waiting on God. I have videos about this. If you like scroll through my videos, I'm pretty sure you're going to find one of these videos that I'm talking about the same exact thing. But the reason why I decided to touch basis on this topic again is because we tend to rush everything. I remember in 2020 when I wanted to move. That's the very first time that I wanted to move, was in 2020. For whatever reason, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I couldn't save the money for the move. It's just nothing was going my way to make it possible for me to move. Now, also, let me state that when I wanted to move in 2020, I wanted to move to Atlanta. I took a trip there. I enjoyed myself. I was like, you know what? I want to move because like I said, I've been wanting to move, but I didn't know where I wanted to go. So when I went to Atlanta, I was like, you know what? I can see myself moving here. I can see myself living here. I like it. So enjoyed myself there. Like I said, nothing was adding up. I couldn't save. It was like I wanted to move, but God didn't want me to move. I wanted to move to Atlanta, but obviously God didn't want me to move because it didn't happen. I stand 10 toes down when I say this. Wait on God. Wait on God. Wait on God. Wait on God. There's no other way to put it. So, like I was telling y'all in my last video, I moved. I'm no longer in Houston. I live here in Charlotte now, Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, how this move came about is mind blowing, because it's mind blowing. It was one day I was laying in a bed. It was raining. I was looking out the window, and it was raining. It wasn't raining hard. And for whatever reason, I just started crying. I felt a rush of sadness, and I was just sitting there crying, and it was like, God, I'm not happy. I want to move. I have nowhere to go. I don't have any money saved up. I was just basically crying and praying to God at the same time. So, if not that day, the very, very next day, y'all, listen to me. The very next day, it was like, you know how people say they hear God talking to them and stuff like that? I really felt like God was talking to me. Did I hear it physically? No. But it was a sudden passion to want to leave, and leave now. So I went to work. I put in my 2 weeks notice. And then a lot of people keep asking me, what made you choose Charlotte? I don't know. I don't know. Ask God, because I've never been to Charlotte. I don't know anybody here. I don't know anything about Charlotte. I put the 2 weeks notice in, y'all, and I'm telling y'all, I worked overnight. So that's from 10 to 6 in the morning. I got off at 6 The drive home is usually probably like a good 40 minutes. Um, so I got home. I went to sleep because everything was already packed. I had already rented the Penske truck and everything. So I got home. I did like maybe like 3 or 4 hours of rest, and then I got up, and it was like, you know what? It's time to hit the road. So I hit the road. But let me also rewind a little bit and put this in there. Charlotte, I've heard of Charlotte. I mean, I've heard of many places. I've never been. I've never thought about coming to Charlotte. Like I said, I don't know anybody here. I don't know anything about Charlotte. When I say nothing, I knew nothing of Charlotte. And I left. And it was like, move and move now. He directed me to where he wanted me, and I left. I literally left. So 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks. I was crying from the rain. Like I said, if I didn't put the 2 weeks notice in that same day, the very next day. That's just how quick it was. It was like, oh, I'm crying in the rain. 2 weeks notice. Now I'm here in Charlotte. And that's exactly how it went. I drove here with everything that I owned. I rented a Penske truck, the biggest truck that they had. I put all my belongings in it. I don't have any kids. I'm not in a relationship, so it was very easy to move. And although I love Houston, it was time for a new beginning. It was time for change. And being here, I still don't know anybody. I've been praying to God, like, God, I'm very social. Please send me in the path of others, or send others in the path of me, to where we can meet, and, so I can meet people, because I know a few people here, but I know them through work. And I have yet to meet with someone outside of work, except one time with a coworker. And it was very nice. But that's it. So y'all, I'm out here. Like I said, I moved in November. This is August. In a few more months, we'll make a year. I still don't know anybody. I don't go anywhere. I'm in a house majority of the time. I would love to meet new people. I want to meet new people. I want to go places. I want to try new things and experience new things. But it's all in God's timing, because I'm telling you, I can get up and get dressed and just literally say I'm going to do something, and then within an hour I'm back in my house, because I literally don't know anybody. And when you're going every single place by yourself, after a while it gets a little boring, and it makes you don't want to go out, because I'm tired of sitting by myself. I deserve to talk to others as well. Why do I have to keep sitting here in solitary? So I give it to God. I pray about it. God, I'm starting to feel a little lonely here. And it is, I would love to meet males or females, because a lot of people kind of tend to think that when you say you're lonely and want to meet people, they automatically assume I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about females as well. I want to travel and go places and do girly things. Everybody that I know is in Houston, so I can't do anything, and then I'm not the type that just try to include myself in something. If I'm not invited, then I don't want to go. Or if you didn't bring it up, then I'm not going to bring it up. So I'm that type. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but I want to feel welcome. And when you give me that welcoming feeling, then, I don't mind taking the next step forward next time and saying, hey, I heard you guys were going out. I want to know, is it okay if I join you guys? I don't have anything planned for that day, and it sounds like you guys will have an awesome time. So please, can I join? So I'm dealing with all that. I love it here. It's so different from Houston. The vibe, the culture, outside. all the people that's watching this video that knows Houston, Houston is flat. North Carolina is nowhere near flat. So when I got here, it reminded me so much of Atlanta, because that was my first time seeing, like the hills and stuff like that. And we don't have that in Houston. It's just straight flat. So to go somewhere and you look across the street, the houses are up here, and then you look across the street, the houses are down here. So that was weird to me. So coming here, it's so peaceful. I'm not getting into it with anybody, even though I wasn't getting into it with anybody in Houston, but still, I'm not getting into it with anybody. I don't have any beef with anybody down here. Don't nobody have any beef with me. Every face that I see is a new face. Every place that I go is a new place. It's just giving me everything that I wanted. I wanted something new. I got something new. I wanted to meet new people. I'm meeting new people. I wanted a new location. I got the new location. I wanted a new job. I got the new job. I had to find me another church, y'all. Y'all know that hurt it. That hurt it out of everything. I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I think out of everything, the hardest was leaving my church. The hardest. I mean, I love my family and everything, y'all, but I'm telling y'all, it hurted the most to leave my church. And my church is so small. It's so small. No more than probably like 25 people. It's a very small church. And so when I came here to Charlotte, I had to find me a new church. The job that I was working, every Sunday they had me on a schedule. So for like the first 2 months, I was still going to work. And finally they gave me a Sunday off. I went with one of my coworkers to their church. It was a very nice experience. And then I had Googled like 3 churches. And I was doing like the reviews and everything online, and looking at videos, trying to get a feel of the church. So I had found 3, and I said, okay, I'm going to choose out of these 3 churches which one would be my home. Because like I said, y'all, I have to be in church. That's what gets me my juice and my energy that I need to get through this week. I have to go to church. So, the church I went one time. Huge church. Now, all the churches that I Googled are, I'm not going to say like mega churches or nothing like that, but they're big, way bigger compared to my church. They would look like a mansion compared to my church. But, so I went to one, and it was nice. I didn't even go to the other 2 churches, y'all, that I had wrote down and on my list. I didn't even go to the other 2 churches. I said, okay, that church was nice. I want to go again. I went again the next Sunday. And they have the part where they sell any first time visitors staying. I stood and everything. And it was just very, the people in the church, I just felt so welcomed there. But I went again the next Sunday. So I told myself that day, because I said, after I had realized that I didn't even care to go to the other 2 churches that I wrote down, I had already put it in my head, okay, on the 4th Sunday that I go and I'm still feeling the same way about this church, I'm going to join. So on the 3rd Sunday, guess what I do? I joined on the 3rd Sunday. I didn't even make it to the 4th Sunday. But I joined and everything. So I have a church home here in Charlotte. And for those who want to know, it's Ebenezer Baptist Church. And our reverend would be Dr. I'm sorry, because I was about to say Mr., but Dr. Leonzo Lynch for the Ebenezer Baptist Church. So that's where I've been going, and I love it. I love it. I have my days where I'll miss church, but majority of the time I'm going to church because, like I said, this is my juice for the rest of the week. So I have a church home here. I have a job. I have an apartment. Um, I'm grateful. And to get back on subject, the reason why I decided to make this video is because I want to let you guys know to wait on God, because I wanted to move in 2020. I wanted to move to Atlanta. God said, you're not going. You're not going. And I didn't go. So when he told me to go, I didn't even plan on moving. Like I said, it was just a drop of a dime. Like, pack your stuff and leave now. Get up and go now. And so that's what I did. And when he was talking about that today in church, I know it's the truth. I know it's the truth because I experienced it firsthand myself. Wait on God's timing. It would be way better, because I can only imagine if I moved to Atlanta during the pandemic, would I have been stable, or would I fall off and have to end up moving back home? Because I told my cousins and I told all the people that I've been talking to since I've been here in Charlotte, I don't ever want to move back to Houston. And it's not just to say I love Charlotte that much, because, I can travel elsewhere. But I do know one thing. I don't ever want to move back to Houston. And no, it's not a bad place. Houston is lit. I love my city. I just been there all my life. Don't you want to experience something new and try something new? I don't want to be born and raised and die in one city. The world is too huge for me to only be limited to Houston. I wanted something different. So now that I've actually gotten out, I don't ever want to come back, not unless I'm visiting. That's it. I don't want to move back there. I got out. I finally got out. I don't want to move back there. I will come back to visit just like I did in April. I came back to visit. But, wait on God. And for y'all who haven't seen any videos in a long time, I'm pretty sure the first thing you're saying is, oh my God, she gained weight. Yes, I did, because it shows in my face. You're looking at the cheeks and all. So yes, it does show. But again, y'all, wait on God. Wait on God, because what you think is good may not be good. And your timing may be off. You don't know what tomorrow holds. You can literally be going there, and the job that you had lined up, something happened. Or anything, you could get there and get established and get stable and everything. And then in a matter of 3 or 4 months, something happened to where you have to start over again. So, like my pastor was preaching today, we're human and our knowledge goes only so far. Why not trust the man who created this? Who created me, who created my brain to think only so far? Why not trust him? So lean not towards your own understanding, everybody. Trust God. Trust God. And don't beat me up, you guys, because I promise to get more active with my videos. I don't want a whole month to pass by before I make another one. I miss y'all so much, and I want to get back in routine of making my videos because I love to do this. So please subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. If there's a topic that you would like me to discuss, please feel free to comment down below. And if I read your comment, I promise to make that video. That's a promise. So I'm trying to get back in my routine, guys. So help me and be patient with me. Be patient with me. And I love you guys, and may God bless.